Hello, watch fans. This is Big Jim with the Big Wrist with my very first rant. I have had a couple of things happen in the last 7 days that have really got under my skin, and I'm going to talk about them and try not to embarrass anybody, but you know who you are. First off, I'm going to come out and say it. I broke my Seiko 007. I got it wet, and the stem wouldn't engage hand winding, even though it was an NH35 in there, which is a hack and hand wind movement. It had been modified, of course. Got the Pelagos mod, beautiful, absolutely my favorite 007. The way it's done. I bought it like this. I didn't do a thing to it other than put a Jubilee on it. Came with ceramic insert, hand wind hack. It ran great. About a month after I got it, it stopped hand winding. You basically would pull it out to the first position, and it would automatically go to the date. You'd click it, it'd pop, and it would automatically be on the date. I don't know what was going on. So that was irritating. But again, Seiko Shuffle, give it a hard shake, you're working fine. It had a signed crown originally too. So I looked around and followed some advice from internet gurus who know better than me. I'd had one guy here in Las Vegas, quick fix the same watch. He replaced a crystal on Armida for me. Did a good job. Great, quick, fast, no problem. Then I had the bridge on a Steinhardt brake, and I had him replace the bridge, and he crushed the bezel. Since I'm not a dive guy, I didn't check the bezel when I picked it up. He crushed the bezel, and the bezel wouldn't move. It was stuck on the 12 o'clock position. It absolutely wouldn't come off. I have no idea what he did, but I damaged the watch getting it off. Very irritating. He said he didn't do it. Of course, I know he did. Nothing I can do, so I don't go to him anymore. So I went to a guy here in Henderson, and he fixed this watch one time. I tried to fix it. I adjusted the balance and poked it and set it off, and it was not even working. He fixed the balance for free. He fixed the spring for free. Great guy. He does not work on Seikos typically. He wouldn't replace the movement for me, so I waited a couple months. I knew it wasn't going to last, and once you damage a spring, it's damaged forever. Sent it to TikTok Watch Repair in LA on a recommendation of 3 different famous watch guys here on YouTube. TikTok is very good reputation. They're very good communication. Really some of the best I've ever seen. Just really stay on top of it. $150 for a new movement and a new stem. The stem was apparently damaged at some point. I'm assuming from getting wet. I got water in it. Wasn't waterproof. New movement, new stem, $150, 2 weeks. Great, good to go. He then said, we might have to replace the actual stem tube for an additional $50. I said, okay, and then he called back and said, you know what? We don't have to do that. The stem is the crown. The stem is fine. The stem tube, the part that sticks out of the water that has of the case that has the threads on it. It's fine. It's not cracked. It was our mistake. We're fine. Still $150 plus shipping back, so $160. I'm perfectly good to go. He takes an extra week. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Then he comes up and says, then he just sends me a bill for $210. I sent a request that was never answered. I answered, why is the extra $50? And when I finally I did pay it. I wanted the watch back. I understand if I don't pay, I'm not going to get my watch back. So I paid, even though he didn't answer my email. And I saw the itemized repair, and it turns out he did finally replace the little stem tube. So wasn't what we agreed upon, but extra $50 in the big scheme of things, not a big deal. I was a little irritated, to say the least, after having problems with his watch previously, and he did not replace. I asked him to. I know I did. I put it in writing. I asked him to put my original crown back in because it was a signed Seiko crown. So now I have a new crown, a new movement, a new stem, a new tube, basically an entire new interior. Everything else on the outside is fine, and it runs great. It keeps within 5 seconds a day. It's just a great watch overall. Wasn't happy with the overall price, so that's a pretty minor rant in the scheme of things. And I got my favorite Seiko back. So my favorite SKX, not my favorite Seiko, my favorite SKX back. So fine, it's back. My second rant, I am not going to name names. I'm a little irked at this other person. He's a big watch guy here on YouTube. Big guy, big following. Lots and lots of people use his channel and his advice, and he has recently changed the rules on his little after-hours club he runs through a certain server I won't name. And basically, he changed the rules halfway through the game. And I understand the game. It's his game, his rules. He can change them. We don't have to participate if we don't want to. So I choose not to participate anymore after a couple of months of really being fairly well involved. You know, I thought I was doing a good job and it was fine. And I was okay with the $5 price tag to be involved and blah, blah, blah. And then he changed the rules a couple days ago. Basically, anyone who is paying $5 is off, gets his benefits cut in half. And you want to solve that problem, pay an extra $5. I felt like that was a little bit like extortion. You want to pay an extra $5 to play my game. I don't want to play that. So I'm out. I dropped it. You know, I understand it's his. It's a lot of work. I would personally not do what he's doing. It's too much work. Very little benefit other than the money, the monetary. The money's not important. I get it. You need the extra $1,000 a month. I get it. But I personally wouldn't. It's just way too much work. But so I'm irritated that he changed the rules in the middle of the game. And I'm sure there's more than one of us because I've been following the threads about this and some private emails between people and myself. And yeah, there's a few of us that are pissed. The vast majority of them are going to go ahead and pay the extra $5 to stay involved and get those benefits that they were not getting, they were getting previously, and a couple additional benefits. You're going to get some more benefits than the extra $5. I just feel a little bit like it's extortion. You know, if you want to participate in this, you have to pay the extra $5. I'm not going to pay the extra $5. I'll go back to just being my own self in my own little way, and I will not bash him on his threads. I won't bash him on his videos. I won't bash him, period. I won't even name his name. I will simply go about doing my thing that I've been doing, and that's the end of that. Very irritating, though. Changing the name, changing the rules in the middle of the game. You know, I'm irritated, and that's my rant. And I appreciate you listening, and y'all have a great day.